DL Hughley just did a show with Big Boy, and he admits both the Republicans and the Democrats have flaws. That's the same DL Hughley that's been telling black Americans for a decade that the Republicans are Nazis, and the Democrats, well, they like family. That's family. That's the same DL Hughley that's called every Republican a sellout. Maybe not those words, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, in the same breath, he's wondering, did he cost Kamala the election? Then he tried to do some basic math and got it wrong. Stay with me, because what just happened on Big Boy's show is a lot of Democratic loyalists who were asleep just got awakened. And DL Hughley pulled the alarm. Accidentally. Watch this.
The truth of the matter is both parties have their flaws. There's no debate about that. Mm-hmm. One is literally trying to erase the other part. One don't want any blacks, browns, Asians, nobody. They just want a straight white thing. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
See what I'm saying, man? This guy's all over the place. But he did just make an admission here that I'm not used to him making. He's saying that both the parties are flawed. That's an understatement. Both parties suck, Johnson. The fact you don't believe that both parties are horrible is crazy because you've been up and close with one of them and you always been shitting on the other. So why are you holding back? Money, man. You're a lifestyle. You ain't a truth teller, DL. He be on some nonsense, man. But the bottom line is he did admit a flaw. Okay, that's beautiful. I mean, that's more truth than we usually get out of him. But that's damn sure not going far enough, fam. Not even close.
One don't want any blacks, browns, Asians, nobody. They just want a straight white thing. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
One of those parties, whether you admit it or not, don't want nothing but immigrants. Yeah, and they definitely don't want your black ass or mine. They're not interested in black folks, well, unless they're sellouts, unless they are going to adhere to the program. Like Joe Biden said, they better get used to it, right? So one party, if I'm listening to you, we got one party that wants the whites. We got another party that wants the immigrants. I don't care about what either one of these parties want. I'm talking about what we want. We didn't come here to be second fiddle to nobody. We built this country for free against our will, and we're never compensated, and you want us to play second fiddle because you want to be a Democrat. Democrats have an agenda. I'm not going to argue with the agenda of the Republicans. But I know the agenda of the Democrats, who we've been voting for 90-something% of the time every election since the 60s. What they want is they want to bring in a bunch of immigrants, which they already did it. It's not wanting, they're already doing it, DL. You live in California. You already know it. I got real people in California that tell me exactly what the demographics look like in California and how they've changed over the last decade. And for DL to sit there and act as if he's aloof to what's been happening to the displacement of black Americans in California, that shit is crazy. You people just don't realize. I mean, D.C. went through gentrification. That ain't never compared to what happened in L.A. Black people can't pay to visit L.A. now. You understand what I'm saying? They have pushed black people to the fringes way, way out, past San Diego. This guy is tripping. But yeah, of course, all he wants to do is side with the Democrats and ignore the obvious. Neither one of the parties work for us. Just like white people need to realize, neither party works for them. What's so hard about you realizing that, dear? Why can't this guy get that through his head? I mean, I want to enjoy his comedy. I don't want to hear him pontificate on politics because it's not going to be real. But he wants to talk about war. I want to hear his war explanation.
And one is threatening to blow up the world. You had the president of the United States of America threatened to kill 92 million people, and we acting like that ain't nothing. If you said that about Israel, you were going to do that to Israel, we'd already be bombing them. If you said that, if North Korea said that, we'd already be engaged in military action.
What?
I think to me that we are a rogue nation by a rogue leader. We've bombed Nigeria, Libya. We took over Venezuela. We're talking about Cuba. We made threats to Mexico and to Greenland and to Canada.
Yeah. It's you. I'm trying really hard not to dump all over DL Hughley. Because I do that so often, it's like, okay, Tim, absorb what he's talking about and try to be unbiased when you frame it. But he makes it real hard, man, because the guy's so full of shit. I mean, real talk, fam. I mean, okay, so he named Libya and Nigeria for Trump. And we took over Venezuela. Now, we went and got Maduro, okay? We don't own Venezuela. This is the same guy that didn't have anything to say. He's been in the media spotlighting for politics since the late 90s. Why didn't you have anything to say under Obama when Obama was bombing 7 countries at one time? Obama bombed Libya and Yemen and Somalia. That's why the Somalis are here, because we bombed the shit out of them. And that was your guy. Not only did you not complain about Obama bombing 7 different countries and dropping all the bombs until we ran out of bombs, you wrote a book about the guy. You wrote a book kissing his ass, and you never once in that book mentioned that he was a killer. Fam, Obama came in and he 10x'd like Grant Cardone. He 10x'd drone strikes on civilians. Obama came in and 10x drone strikes on civilians based on the numbers that Bush had put up. Then he continued the war in Iraq, where the casualties reached 1 million. Don't talk to me about what Trump said he was going to do. I'm telling you what Obama did. And what'd you do? Go to the White House and dance with him. Then you wrote a book about him where you praised him. See, this is the type of hypocritical bullshit. And I understand it. You're just a comedian from Compton or South Central, wherever you're from, right? You're just a former Blood or Crip or something. I get that. You're just a comedy guy. Why can't you say that? Because you obviously don't have a thirst for truth. And man, I'm telling you, this is me being nice. There were entire families that were decimated by Obama's drone strikes. Man, the civilian casualty toll was off the chain under Obama. There were a significant amount. We're talking thousands of unintended civilian deaths under Obama. Yeah, of course you could talk to Big Boy, because Big Boy don't know anything. Big Boy says you're his source for news. No wonder why he doesn't know shit. I know we got a new president in office. I know. But it's different when you write a book about a guy. It's not just about bringing up Obama. It's that that's his guy. If that's your guy, and now comes Trump, and you got nothing but negative shit to say about his war policy, but you didn't have anything to say about Democrats when they had war policies. And you've been talking as long as I've been talking. You've been doing politics, talking politics, providing commentary for CNN, just like Roland. Why can't you be critical of both sides? Why you can't be a truth teller? The closest we got out of you is saying both parties are flawed. Then you proceeded to say how Republicans are way worse. Though you don't vote for them. Our condition stays the same under Republicans and under Democrats. That's the point I be trying to make with the people that can't hear me, though, who want to say, oh, you're a Trump supporter. The condition of Black Americans is awful under whatever president. We should be rebelling against the system in both parties.
What's going on with you and Don Lemon now? What's going on with DL and DL,
I couldn't
bro?
stand Don
I
Lemon.
know, man.
I couldn't stand him. I mean, one time, man, we didn't like each other. Well, I think I disliked him a lot more than he disliked me. But I didn't like him. I remember one time, remember when the whole George Floyd thing was going and they were smoking weed and Don Lemon, oh, they're smoking weed, I said, and he was coughing. I said, the one thing a gay dude got is a gag reflex. I know. I know you ain't choking. I know you ain't choking on smoke, nigga. Man, I used to let him, like, and then finally, Jasmine, who was my co-host.
See, Dale's not being honest, man. Why didn't you like him? Because his politics was ass. Because he was a little Bill O'Reilly mofo. All he did, look, man, this is why, man, I'm trying, man. I want to be a good guy. I want to show that I can be unbiased. I want to get some of those DL Hughley people to come over here and start watching so I can give them a different take on the news so they can stop listening to this guy. If all I do is roll him out of here and pack him up, then they got no reason to pay attention, right? Listen, the reason why DL Hughley, I believe back in the day, did not rock with Don Lemon because Don Lemon was a conservative kiss ass. He was kissing up. He wanted to compete with Bill O'Reilly about who could be more conservative. A lot of commentators did that. So did Roland Martin. At the time, DL was not on that. DL was just a guy who was from the streets. And he didn't adhere to that kissing the Republican Party's ass, trying to be like conservative because that's what the ratings were. That wasn't what he was on. But see, now DL's a whole different animal. Now he's talking about other shit. This has nothing to do with why you didn't like him. And Big Boy ain't gonna question it. He's gonna let him skirt right on past because they friends. This is the problem with celebrities, right? Celebrities, the only thing they're loyal to is their celebrityness.
On my radio show, and his mother liked me a lot, and she would listen to me all the time, and Jasmine liked him a lot. So they talked us into talking.
Where did y'all talk at? Was it phone or y'all saw each other somewhere?
We did a podcast. I had a podcast at the time, years ago.
And so the one time when y'all really sitting down talking, it was on mic?
Yeah. It was like I could see him.
Right.
But I talked to him and I was like, well, maybe he ain't so bad. But the really thing, I think Don Lemon getting fired freed him. And he became a different dude. Like he's like my little brother now.
That's
wild. Now, and there have been a few people where, like Wendy Williams, I didn't think I liked, but I talked to her and I liked her. Van Jones, I talked to him recently because Tyrese put us together. I think that he's done a lot of things I just can't countenance, but I can see how he would get caught in the trick bag, and so it gives me some level of grace about some of the things that I.
All these people that he's naming are compromised. I don't know about Wendy Williams. I don't know about politics, but I can only imagine. It's compromised too. I mean, all these people, man, are just, it's like, this is the reason why you watch independent media that's truly independent. That ain't trying to get a check cut from the CNNs or the industry type situations. Because these people, man, they just do not stay in no business. There's no business whatsoever. All it is show business.
I can see that he's done, but it isn't the Don Lemon thing, but it ain't. I still have a lot of disdain for the things that he said and did, and told him that, and he got it. But I think sometimes where I felt the most, just like even the whole Kamala thing, saying things before I got to me, you make a lot of mistakes, and and then you try to do your best to make sure that
but you stand on it, and I think you're just as vocal with the rebuttal, the apology, as much as you were with the comment. But that's what a lot of people don't get. The comment is loud. The shot around the world is very loud, but the retract
ain't at all.
Nah,
it's not at all. She was doing her book tour, and we were back, and I was hosting her book tour, a date in San Francisco, and I apologized to her because there are things that you say that nobody, like the apology. Then most people didn't hear that. They didn't know what you said,
right? And
then when they do hear it, they go, "Oh, you must have got paid, or you had to do this," or. So I wonder, you can't prove a negative, and I certainly don't think I'm almighty, but I do wonder what part I played in the fact that so many young black men listened to it went another way.
So DL Hughley with a straight face, he says he believes maybe him criticizing Kamala Harris early on, maybe that has something to do with the number of black American men who went and voted for Trump. Now, DL Hughley, I don't think you were it, buddy. Yeah, I think you're delusional, right? You have, was it delusions of grandeur? Is that it? Delusions of grandeur. You think you're bigger than you are. You think you're more important than you are. Something's up, or either you high. You must be drunk. The reason why people didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because she's a very unimpressing leader. She got elected in California, that's true. Most of that's because she had the Democratic Party machine behind her. Shit, Al Green got elected. Clyburn can't get unelected. Being elected does not mean you're a leader. Kamala Harris did not win any delegates in 2020. What makes you think she won the presidency? See, DL Hughley can't count. His math is off. He can't count votes. He can't count the number of places we're at war. He thinks Trump's at more places than war than Obama was. I mean, this is crazy. His math skills are off. No, fam, that's not how it works. You didn't stop Kamala from becoming president. That was God that stopped that. It's some common sense. And if you think that we wouldn't be in Iran if Kamala was in office, you got another thing coming. Democrats are wanting to go after Iran for a long time. The only reason why the Democrats are not clapping about it, bump AOC, bump Ilhan Omar, nobody listens to them. The party is not behind it because Trump's doing it. We ain't never met a war we turned down, fam. We don't turn down nothing but our collar when it comes to war. We are a warring nation. And that on itself, by itself, is enough for you to say both parties suck, but not you, DL. You can't bring yourself to say it. But no. Man, I try, man. I try to understand DL Hughley. I'm trying to be a person that can be unbiased, to open the door, to allow people to come in. But at the end of the day, it's all about the truth. And some of us tell the truth like this, and some of us do what you did on Big Boy's show, which is run amok and just make up shit and then leave out all important elements. Now, either you don't know that Obama took us to war many places, but then you didn't have no business writing a book about the president if you didn't know what the president did. Either you don't realize that both parties are horrible, that Black America, from a Black America perspective, we ain't get our reparations, we ain't get our 40 acres in the mill, we getting over-discriminated and over-policed and mass incarcerated and Jim Crow to Jane Crow to getting hosed with affirmative action favoring white women over Black people. Then just for them to turn around again and deal with DEI and then use us as a springboard to be able to give everybody else an opportunity and put us, as particularly Black men, way down in the bottom of the DEI list. I mean, we were on the other side of the paper. They had to staple another sheet to the paper and wrote our name in crayon. We weren't even on the list when it came to DEI. Then we got the immigrant situation that you won't dare acknowledge, and you in California, so you don't get to pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about. You up there have conversations with Joe Biden, and you don't have an issue with him saying it's all about the immigrants, not about Blacks. And you're a Black American with Black kids married to a Black woman? Hell nah. I would love to give you a pass, but man, I'm fresh out of passes. And somehow, a guy that continues to be wrong in so many ways, who's obviously a shield for the Democratic Party, keeps getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And now you say, I don't know why I didn't like Don Lemon. He's amazing. Ever since he got fired, he's been really great. The guy tried to go work for Elon Musk. And when that didn't work out, he had no choice. You have the memory of a flea. Respectfully. Some people, you can't be nice to them, even when you try. Well, you know what? That ain't my job. My job's to keep it real, and that's what we're doing. Folks, if you like this segment, hit the subscribe button, become a member of the show, join us, turn on all notifications. Here on the Tim Black Show, we're courageous, we're bold, but more than anything else, we are dangerous. And we're going to keep it that way. Stay dangerous.
The truth of the matter is both parties have their flaws. There's no debate about that.
Mm-hmm.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America. Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.